Dear Journal, it's been 37 days since the passing of my dear acquaintance, Trenton, co-host of the podcast, I'll Give You an Hour. Distraught from my mild inconvenience, I have set sail on the open seas. The constant chanting rings throughout the bow. My men are frightened, and I get ever so more annoyed with every single act of this stupid freaking ghost. Currently, my inkwell is floating in the air. Stop it! And my ruffled collar is currently trying to lift up off of my neck. Okay, Trenton, stop it. Stop it. I know it's you. What are you doing here?
Well, funny story. I was literally, at the gates of heaven. Don't look at me like that, okay? I didn't choose this. And St. Peter grabbed me by my ruffled collar and lifted it up and said, "You still have work to do," and he threw me off the cloud.
And the work to do is making my barrels filled with salted pork and pushing them over the bow. And
Totally unrelated, actually. That was just a good goof.
8 people died from starvation so far.
Oh.
And also, just another thing, it's hard to mourn your death when you're still here.
Right. I know. I do apologize that I'm still here.
Why?
I wish I was dead.
Well, why are you here with me?
Okay, well,
you have a mother, you have brothers, you have sisters. I mean, you don't have to haunt me specifically.
Yeah, they didn't deserve it, I think.
You know how many Japanese idols you could be hanging out with right now, and you're hanging out with me?
Oh my gosh, why am I here, St. Peter? Peter, why?
You have unfinished business. Garrett's not annoyed enough.
Yeah. Well, he's a real prankster. He died on April 1st. One of his ill-fated goofs. I gotta talk to you about something. I don't know how to. You know what? I'm not even gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna give you the backstory and start telling you stuff. And I want you to tell me when you figured out what it is. Okay?
Okay.
I will not say the name of it. I will say other names. I will make references to the series. I'll even tell you who made it, but I won't tell you what it is. But if you can figure out
One Piece. It's One Piece, isn't it?
I'm gonna be honest. This isn't even a goof, guys.
He told me it had to do with a ship.
Lots of things have to do with ships, Garrett.
And he told me series, and I just know it was One Piece.
Oh, gosh.
One Piece is really hot right now.
It's always hot. It's always been hot.
I don't know, Luffy did the thing with the weird dragon thing. I saw that on my Twitter X account.
What?
And he went to, Mach 5 or something?
Gear 5. Shut your freaking mouth. Gear 5 is the coolest thing ever, and we'll get into it.
Well, I've never seen the show. All I just know is I keep seeing clips from it right now.
Dude, Gear 5 is so freaking hype. I saw one dude, everyone was excited for Gear 5 finally dropping, because it came out in the manga, obviously, and everybody was waiting to see it animated. There was tons of TikToks that were me on the day Gear 5 releases. It's just a dude laying in bed, and then all of a sudden he just rises out of the bed and is just standing there, and then it ends. That's it. That's literally it. People are just rising from their beds today's the day.
I mean, the fact that I even know about One Piece at all, considering it's the year 1528, is kind of incredible.
Yeah. I really look forward to telling you all about it. I don't know. You got time? I'm kind of dead. I'm not going anywhere if you want to eat non-salted pork.
Well, currently I have no food anymore.
Right.
The only thing right now we're currently surviving on is the seaweed we pull out of the ocean.
Right.
And salt water that we have to boil and try to catch the steam and drink it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's kind of hell right now.
Do you want to do a 4-part? Or?
No.
Okay.
I guess I have no choice. If this is the only way I'm going to be able to get you to leave, so I can just live my life while you have... I don't know, you're soiling my life right now with your presence. So.
I'm dead, douche. Gosh, you know, like...
Yeah, you act pretty dead with how you're talking to me right now. Dick?
Sorry?
Yeah. Anyway,
excuse me, princess.
give me back my freaking captain's hat, okay? Okay, fine. You get an hour. Okay?
Okay.
And float away.
I get an hour here and an eternity elsewhere.
Yeah, hopefully hell.
Well, you know, that's fine. I understand. I listen. I know I goofed you. You're understandably upset.
Yeah.
But that's pretty harsh, man.
I think when they stopped at the pearly gates, it's just because they're just trying to make sure you don't go anywhere near there.
Right.
He's like, oh no, he's not sentenced to hell, but man, we don't really. There's a dress code.
I do think I heard them like whispering something about the property values plummeting if I were to come in the gates.
You walk up there with bare feet, and they're like, oh, "We're not letting this guy in. There's a dress code here."
He's getting his goofy dirt all over my white clouds.
So, One Piece.
You started the time already?
Yes.
Why are we still goofing? I ain't got time.
Monkey D. Luffy.
Let me get out my Evernote.
He ate a piece of gum fruit and become stretchy.
Don't ever say that to me again. Don't ever call it a gum fruit.
Hey, that's what 4 kids told me when I was
Correct. That is what 4 kids said. You know what they also gave all the Marines? Water guns, Garrett.
Yeah.
They gave them water guns.
Well, listen, they'll hurt each other if they...
Yo ho ho, you ate a bite of gum.
Yep. The only thing I've ever...
Yeah, yo.
The only One Piece I've ever seen in my entire life is the 4 Kids show when I was a kid.
No wonder you turned out so bad.
And also one YouTube abridged series that I've not watched since it came out.
This is all I have, okay? That's it.
Yeah, but you're going to go and dive into each part.
Correct. Because I know these things. So maybe for the first time ever, I'm talking about something. No, that's not true. There's been other times. Mass Effect, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did I talk about Mass Effect?
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Multiple times.
The days run together, dog. I don't know.
This is episode 63.
What
62
crap?
or 63.
Oh my! I'm gonna throw up. I can't believe we've been doing this that long.
Yeah, we've done it over a year. Like it's like a year and a half of this show.
Oh, that's freaking rough, bros. Okay. One Piece was made by the legendary man Eiichiro Oda.
Okay.
He is my hero. He is my muse, and he is my father if the paperwork goes through.
I don't think the paperwork's going to go through since you're already dead.
I didn't ask him. It was first serialized in Weekly Shonen Jump in July of 1997. But that is not the first time it showed up. I don't have the dates on this or anything, and I could be getting this wrong. I am going totally on memory here. If I remember correctly, he created a one-shot. So in Japan, when the serialization mangas, you have something like the Tezuka Award, mm-hmm. which is basically like I think it was the Tezuka. But you manga artists or aspiring manga artists can send in a one shot, which is just like one chapter, usually like maybe 30 pages, mm-hmm. something like that, of a manga they're wanting to draw, and then they're ranked by judges and stuff. And he won. I think it might have been actually runner up.
Oh yeah.
In the Tezuka Award when he was like a young man. It was when he was quite young. I think he might have been like I'm pretty sure he was in his teens. Could be wrong about that. But at one point, it was called Romance Dawn. Mm-hmm. Actually, even before that, I think it was just called Wanted, which was, and it had the title like movie poster thing was like a bunch of different characters. Most of them we never see again. Yeah. Some of them are relevant in the actual series.
Somewhat. So this was just a picture he made.
No, he wrote a whole thing. That was just like the cover.
So it was like one manga issue or like one...
Yeah, it's like one volume or one... Yeah.
Okay.
That's what a one-shot is. It's just like one volume. I'm not sure the proper term. One volume, one chapter, something like that.
So it was like comic book size or was it like full manga book size?
Probably comic book size.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Okay. So, can I have a piece of paper? And a pen. What the frick is that?
I don't know. All right.
I don't know.
Sorry.
He flips through his notebook and I see some strange eldritch symbol.
It wasn't my notebook, it's my partner's.
Okay. Alright. So, first we're going to talk about the world's composition, okay? The globe. Right?
Okay.
So here you got a globe, okay? You got, through this globe is a mountain range. Whoop, whoop. And then you got north, south, east, and west.
Okay.
The north blue, the south blue, the east blue, the west blue. Throughout the middle of the world is a giant mountain range called the Red Line. Well, I won't even write that down because also, let me see, I'm trying to remember. Yes, Red Line's right here.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the Red Line. Mary Joie, which is like the Holy Land, we'll get to that later. It's like on top of the Red Line. Fishman Island is underneath it, probably unimportant.
Okay, so Heavens on Earth is like Valhalla?
They call it the Heavenly Land. Basically just some disgusting inbred slavers live up there, and they're called the Celestial Dragons. We'll get to them later. Everybody hates Celestial Dragons. They smell like poop. But they're supposedly gods. They're not at all. That's what they call themselves. The Reverse Mountain is something that is also right here. Every sea leads into Reverse Mountain, and then Reverse Mountain flows out into the Grand Line.
It's like a river that flows through the mountains?
Okay. Look, the Grand Line goes around the entire globe, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The only way to get into the Grand Line is from Reverse Mountain, supposedly. Originally, that was the case. There is something that goes all the way across the Grand Line called the Calm Belt. And the Calm Belt, this world is like seafaring. They do like basically sails and stuff. They don't have like motors.
Yeah, this is Wind Waker.
Basically, yes. So the only way to get places is for wind and waves and stuff. The Calm Belt is an unnaturally calm ocean. There's no wind, there's no waves whatsoever.
So it's hard to traverse.
It's impossible to traverse. Not only that, there are sea kings living in the Calm Belt. That's where all the sea kings live. Sea kings,
Pokemon?
No. Sea kings are like Godzilla.
Oh.
So just imagine millions of Godzillas living in the Calm Belt, and they just stay there. That's their hunting ground.
Oh, that sucks.
So if you try to go into the Calm Belt, your ship will immediately just be engulfed by a giant mouth.
But you can't go into the one line.
Grand Line.
The Grand Line.
Yes.
Without going through the Calm Belt.
Yes. The only way to get into the Grand Line is going through the Calm Belt, which is impossible. The other way that everybody actually takes is Reverse Mountain. Every ocean feeds into Reverse Mountain. It's literally a mountain with water running up it. The water goes up, and then it flows down into the Grand Line.
So that's also near impossible to traverse because of gravity.
It's rough. No. The water runs up. You can just get in it, and it will take you all the way up.
Oh, it's an escalator.
It's a water escalator, yes.
That's so silly.
It's natural.
Yeah, that's silly.
It is naturally formed.
Yeah.
The god of this world is a wacky man. I tell you. So that's how most people get into it. But the Navy ended up developing stuff because of this crazy smart guy called Dr. Vegapunk. We'll get into him. Definitely not. We don't have enough time. But he invented something that allows you to go through the Calm Belt. And there are like there's Amazonians.
Yeah.
Amazon lily. They can traverse through the Calm Belt because they have massive poisonous sea kings that the other sea kings don't want to mess with. They tamed them, and they get them to pull their ships. So there technically are ways, but there's no way.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially at the start of the ship, it is start of the series. It is pounded into you. Calm Belt, deadly. Can't go through it. Impossible.
Yeah.
Don't even try. You're gone.
Well, people said that about the moon. Life finds a way.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now imagine the moon if air ran towards the moon and we just had to get in our slipstream and travel right up to the moon.
That would be pretty sick.
That's One Piece. If Oda ran this world, we'd be on the moon already, way before this.
Okay. So why would anyone even want to go there?
An excellent question. Astute. The Grand Line has many... It's wondrous. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. But the main reason people want to go there.
Is it because of the One Piece?
Yes.
Okay.
The start of the series, the very impetus for all the adventures that take place over thousands of chapters is the One Piece. It is an actual physical treasure that exists somewhere and that was left there by the king of the pirates, Gold D. Roger.
Okay.
Everyone thought his name was Gold Roger. That's not right. His name was Gold D. Roger.
Okay.
The initial D, very important.
Okay.
I'll get into that in a second. But, so basically he was finally caught. The guy was fabulously powerful. He wasn't caught. He surrendered.
Yeah.
He was just like, okay, I'm king of the world, king of the pirates, conquered the entire world. I've seen everything there is to see. You can take me now. And he let the Navy take him up to the execution platform in the place he was born, Logetown. I believe that was where he was born. And they were going to execute him. And right before they executed him, he smiles real wide and is basically like, if you want my treasure, go find it. I left it all in one piece. I left it all in that place.
Yeah.
Is what he said. I think technically the dub says I left it all in one piece. He says I left all of my treasure in that place.
In that place.
That place.
So
and everyone knows he's talking about the Grand Line, the Master Sea. North, South, East, and West Blue, literal baby stuff. I mean, like, this is for children, okay? Grand Line is for men. At the end of the Grand Line is the New World.
Okay.
So the Grand Line goes all the way around, and if you go all the way around the world through the Grand Line and get all the way back, you make it back to Reverse Mountain. It's one continuous sea that goes around the entire thing.
Yes.
The first half of the Grand Line is called just the Grand Line.
Yeah.
But it's also known as Paradise, because anyone that's been to the New World says the first half of the Grand Line is paradise. It is so easy.
Wow.
The New World is big boy stuff. Okay, baby stuff right here, North, South, East, West. Big boy, Chuck Norris, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. We'll also talk about something called hockey. Very important. North, South, East, and West Blue. Basically, no one knows hockey like whatsoever. It's unknown. Grand Line, some people know how to use hockey. New World, everyone uses hockey.
That's where Wayne Gretzky is.
Yeah, if you don't know how to if you're not at least as strong as Wayne Gretzky in the New World, you get raffle stomped real fast. Man, where to go from there?
Okay.
Yeah. I have a literal bullet point here, but please stop me and ask questions.
Okay, so the New World, so it's all in one direction. But
Yes.
So is there like a usual starting point for the Grand Line?
Reverse Mountain.
Okay, so you start in Reverse Mountain.
It doesn't matter which ocean you start in, you go up Reverse Mountain.
And then it takes you to the beginning of the Grand Line.
Reverse Mountain, whatever sea you go into, it'll start you right here, and then it'll flow you down into the Grand Line.
Okay, and the New World is
everywhere starts from the same spot.
And New World is the end of the Grand Line.
Yes.
Okay. This could be getting ahead of ourselves.
Please, I love it.
Has anyone
challenge me?
There's been thousands of episodes, or just how many episodes?
I think we're up to like 1,100 something now.
Okay.
Chapter wise, thousands. I'm not sure how many.
Yeah. So has Luffy, just skipping ahead towards the end or near the end of the show? Have they already went through New World and
they're in the New World?
They're currently in the New World.
Yes.
So does that mean the show's almost over?
Oda has already stated he is ending the series within the next 2 years.
The series, but not the manga? Or is the manga already finished?
The manga, they're basically concurrent. They're basically happening at the same time.
Okay.
He will be he is ending it soon. Everything is culminating. Every single plot point, every loose end, every single thing is all coming to the New World. They're all going to converge. And everything is going to be fixed. Everything is going to be right. It is so exciting. It's insane. The world is shaking from these battles of titans.
Okay.
Very exciting stuff.
Another question.
Go ahead.
Does no one know what the One Piece even is?
No.
Do we have an idea? So
lots of people have said, "Oh, the One Piece is the friends we made along the way," and Oda's like, "No, that's dumb."
Yeah.
It is a real thing. It exists. And at one point, somebody that was close to Goldie Roger, Whitebeard, Edward Newgate, he did tell everyone, he said, as he was dying, we'll probably get to that.
Yeah.
I should probably say, spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry. I'm probably not going to spoil that much that's like super relevant to the plot itself.
It's just he has to answer questions of someone who has no idea what this is.
Yes, but I will try to make an effort to say spoiler alert before I reveal anything very important. Spoiler alert, Whitebeard does die. It's very sad. He is so cool. My favorite guy. He's my father, if Oda says no. But as he's dying, he screams, "The One Piece is real.
Yeah.
The One Piece exists." So everybody... Basically, when Goldie Roger died and said that, it started a new age of piracy. Everyone and their mothers wanted to go out and become a pirate and look for the One Piece.
Because if you find the One Piece...
You're the king of the pirates. You're the strongest man in the world. You're the richest man in the world.
And you'll be remembered forever.
Correct.
It's basically... for all the people who have never seen One Piece but knows wrestling, it's basically the Undertaker streak.
Yes.
There's a quest there that people want to do it. They spend their whole time training to one day be the person to end the streak. So same thing, one person, do this and you'll live forever.
Exactly. It's basically, and the Age of Pirates, what was known as the Age of Pirates, the Age of Piracy, was kind of weaning a little bit, but when Whitebeard was like, "Oh, it exists.
Yeah.
It does exist," everybody's like, "Oh, crap," and everybody's back in on it. They want to be pirates again.
So with it, sorry, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. With this, like, at the start of the show, like, when just being Luffy and his gang being like pirates, they were basically dorks.
I'll say this: Luffy was never weak, if that's what you mean.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, culturally, they were like, "Why are you still doing this?"
A little bit,
yeah,
a little bit. Luffy and his crew are what is known as dreamers. Mm-hmm. There's lots of pirates, and this actually feeds into the next point. There's a lot of pirates that don't believe in dreaming. They just believe in money and in booty, you know?
Yeah.
And that's basically it. They're hedonists, right? Mm-hmm. There's a distinct difference. There are two different types of pirates in this world. I want to say this was explained in Romance Dawn / Wanted, one of the two. Mm-hmm. Could be wrong. But in general, all the pirates fall into these two categories. Morganeer pirates and Peacemain pirates. Mm-hmm. Morganeer pirates are exactly what you would expect a pirate to be. Looting, plundering, raping, honestly.
Yeah.
And just bad dudes all around.
Yeah.
Peacemain pirates are people that make their fortune by killing Morganeers.
Okay.
Technically, okay, so the whole world is governed by the world government. It's basically a conglomerate of a bunch of different nations that rule the world. Mm-hmm. Okay? And pirates are just people that raise their Jolly Roger and say, we are not subject to the world government. We are free. We are free men and women. Mm-hmm. We're going to do what we like. So the Peacemain pirates and Morganeer pirates, doesn't matter which they are, the Navy, the world government, wants to kill them. They want to take them. They want to execute them. They are dead. No pirates are allowed to exist.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, but Peacemain pirates are generally good boys. They just they take out the Morganeers. They don't prey on the innocent. They're just taking out bad dudes and getting rich and having adventures doing it.
Well,
that is what Luffy and his crew are. They're Peacemain pirates.
So with the Peacemain pirates,
they're good boys.
Why don't they just work with the world government?
This guy.
What's bad about the world government?
Did I tell you about the Celestial Dragons?
Yeah.
You know, the inbred racist slavers that live on top of the world?
Yeah.
They run the world government.
Oh.
Yeah. So the world government is like uber corrupt. Like super bad dudes. A lot of people in the Navy are good guys. Mm-hmm. There are plenty of people in the Navy that are good guys.
Yeah.
The problem is they're run by the world government.
Yeah.
And everyone's subject to this super corrupt world government. Now, most people don't know they're super corrupt.
Yeah.
And Luffy's not even going out, and a bunch of pirates aren't going out and saying, we're taking down the world government. They're just like, we just want to be free.
They're discovering through their adventure
that the world government are bad dudes.
And ran by dragons.
Right. They're just humans, by the way. The celestial dragons.
Oh, they're humans?
Yeah, they're just humans.
Oh, okay.
They're just inbred idiot humans.
Okay.
That think themselves to be gods. So basically, when the world government first formed, a bunch of different member nations got together and said, we're forming the world government. The king, the royal family of each nation became what are known as celestial dragons, and their offspring are celestial dragons. So that's literally all they are. They're just people that are in a direct descendant line from the original founders of the world government. And they get special privileges, tons of them. Wherever they go, they can take anyone they want and make them a slave. Doesn't matter if they're a free person. If someone so much as looks at them wrong, they are allowed to kill them. They just have a license to kill anyone. They can do literally anything they want, and nobody will stop them. If you try to do something against them, if you were to, say, slap a celestial dragon, a Navy admiral, one of the strongest people in the world, would immediately be dispatched to your location to turn you to dust.
Oh my god.
So the celestial dragons are just like evil, bad boys. Navy admirals are scary, dog. They're strong, bro. Golly. There's 3 of them. Admirals. At any one time, there's 3 of them. There's a bunch of vice admirals, but the admirals are like big boys. Big deals.
So the start of One Piece.
You're getting way ahead of yourself, but go ahead.
So the start of One Piece, okay.
There's a lot. This world is big. It's freaking 40 years in the making. 30 years.
So with it, is there any reason like the world is like this, or is that just how it is?
Just like this, what? Like composition-wise?
Yeah, composition-wise.
It's just how it is.
Okay.
It exists that way. It's not like some cataclysmic event or whatever turned it into this.
Let me
as far as we know.
Okay, let me switch this up.
We are currently, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we are currently getting to a point in the story where big revelations are happening. I will say there is a point in history called the Void Century.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what happened in a certain time of 100 years. They just know, like, basically, I don't remember the year, but let's say 1999, we know what happened there. Year 2000, we don't know what happened. Year 2100, we know what happens again, and suddenly the world government exists.
Weird.
Nobody knows what happens. They basically burnt all the books. They destroyed every piece of history that exists telling what happened in the Void Century. Weird. All we know is the world government was formed in that century. So this could all have been because of a cataclysmic event.
Like, this could be our current Earth in the future.
We just don't know.
Do they claim any year in the show?
Yeah, I think they talk about years at some point.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay. So, it seems like, from the small bit of One Piece that I've seen...
I want to say the Void Century starts in, like, year 650 or something like that. Somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. Because
I've seen only... like, an actual episode of One Piece is our friend Cody is obsessed with One Piece. Yep. His favorite thing in the world.
Me too, man. Love it. I adore it.
And with it, he was like, hey, I know we got done playtesting your game. I just need to watch this episode of One Piece real quick. I need to. And it was my first thing of One Piece. And when I saw it, I was like, well, first off, it seems like everyone is obsessed with being a pirate. So, yeah. Towards this time, and it's one of those things where if almost like when you hear a word, it loses its meaning, and it just seems like everyone on this earth wants to be a pirate.
You would be fooled into thinking that.
Yeah, because that's like the episode features like hundreds of pirates.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What the heck is this?"
Well, because Luffy and his crew are pirates, and the only people they fight are other pirates. They don't mess with civilians. So they protect civilians usually.
I would love to know.
I will say not necessarily. They don't go out of their way, really, to be like, no, we're gonna save these civilians because they're civilians. They don't do that, but they are basically always helping people indirectly.
Okay.
So you're only gonna see pirates because that's the only people they freak with.
The thing I want to know in this world, what is like normal life for all of these people?
The whole world is composed of islands.
Yeah.
So there are no like continents or land masses. The islands can be pretty big, but they're all islands. So just millions of islands. Yeah. Everyone lives on an island. It's pretty normal. You know, people go to work and stuff like that, or whatever. It's not like medieval. It's not like freaking Dark Ages.
So it's modern.
They have guns.
Modern day pirates.
Yeah, basically.
So you can have like a city like New York City.
It's modern day pirates if modern day pirates had magical powers, oftentimes. And we'll get into that. That's a whole section of itself called Devil Fruits. We'll get there.
All right, we got 30 minutes.
Great.
Ghost.
And then I go back to heaven.
If they let you.
Major powers. Okay.
You die with no shoes on.
Yeah, you're right. We talked about the Navy / the world government. We talked about pirates. These are two of the major powers, right? Mm-hmm. Pirates are disorganized, obviously. There's not like a... Some pirates do band together. You have like the Big Mom pirates. You have the Beast pirates. Mm-hmm. They're like big deals.
Yeah.
I will say within the world government and the Navy, we talked about the Celestial Dragons at the top. We talked about the admirals and the fleet admiral. I didn't say anything about him, but he's above the admirals. He's as strong as an admiral, basically, because admirals are like top of the world strong,
yeah,
for the most part. So, and you got vice admirals, well, unimportant. In the pirates, you have the 7 warlords of the sea, who are technically part of the world government.
Okay.
Because the world government doesn't suffer any pirate to live except for 7 of them, the 7 warlords of the sea, who are literally government-sanctioned pirates.
Okay.
Their whole job is to just kill other pirates.
To kill all the pirates.
Except they don't have to. They basically don't make them do anything. Oftentimes they'll just kill pirates to just take their loot and stuff like that, but they're government-sanctioned.
Yeah.
So they can do some terrible stuff and just be okay, as long as the government never gets direct proof that they're slaughtering millions. Mm-hmm. They usually do, though. Not all of them are that bad, but the 7 warlords of the sea.
Well, and they're not peacemakers. They're all bad pirates.
For the most part,
because it would make sense to the world government to have these big bad pirates to prove how bad pirates are.
I'd say most of the 7 warlords of the sea... Well, no, actually, they're pretty equal. Some of them are pretty cool. Some
makes no sense. Makes no sense. Why are they government...
Listen, look at me. The world is not black and white. It is gray.
Hey, you didn't hit me.
One Piece is...
Do it again.
One Piece is real life.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is gray. We're not just black and white here.
But still... If this government is as bad as they should be...
Oh, you like bad governments?
No. I'm saying if this government is as bad as it should be, then it makes no sense to have the peaceful pirates. But then again...
The pirates aren't subject to the world government. They're only pirates because they say... Give them the middle finger and say, we're free.
But the government... free. Yeah, I understand. But their government... the government's like, you know what? These pirates are okay. So what's the motive behind that? There has to be some kind of motive into doing it.
Yeah. It's a power structure. If you would let me get there, there are also 4 big, bad, mean pirates. The strongest pirates in the world called the Emperors. So they have the 4 Emperors, the Yonko.
Okay, they have the 4 Emperors and then the 7 government official pirates.
Basically to keep them in check, kind of. It's like their solution to the 4 Emperors of the Sea. Okay. The 4 Emperors of the Sea are Edward Newgate, a.k.a. Whitebeard. Okay. Big Mom, a.k.a. her name is...
I've seen her before.
What's her name? Freaking... crap, I forgot her name. Kaido, the leader of the Beast Pirates. And Shanks, red hair Shanks.
So these ones are not government officials?
No.
Okay. So
They are
all the strongest pirates,
oh, yeah,
leaders of the entire world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're big deals. Like, whew. Cannot stress how big of a deal they are. But, so yeah, I think generally the 7 warlords of the sea were made to kind of keep them in check, but also to, get rid of other pirates, but also, they don't really report directly to the government, so they just kind of do what they want.
So that's why it makes no sense!
I didn't say the government was smart. They're run by inbred hillbillies. For frick's sake. Shoot. There's a third major group.
What's the third major group?
World government, pirates, and all the things that go along with both. Mm-hmm. And the third, the Revolutionary Army. Okay. They actively hate the world government. Pirates just want to be free. That's all. They're just, we're free dudes. The government hates them because they're free. the Revolutionary Army literally wants to destroy the government because they are bad.
Yeah.
So the Revolutionary Army is like, we're just going to take them down. We're going to burn it down, bro.
But
they're cool.
And does the Revolutionary Army like pirates?
They don't mind them.
Even the bad ones?
I mean, generally it's like not their... They don't take it as their business, but they will usually gladly take down a bad pirate.
It must be
They're unimportant to them.
It must be really, really hard to even have a Revolutionary Army just because of how spread out the world is.
Oh, yeah.
Also sucks because you have to sail everywhere. Sailing takes a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's why the show's so freaking long. It's all just traveling, right?
Yeah. Luffy's 84 at this point.
Is that true?
No. Golly, no. No.
I would have believed that. It's like that's just how they look.
They've only been on the sea a couple years.
But in our time, it's been
30. Yeah.
Freaking. Is that how long the show is?
Well, it started in The anime started. No, it started serialization in '97. So.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's been going for like 26 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that's just continuously like every single week. There's a new episode of One Piece.
Every week, there's a new chapter.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. Yeah. Oh man, I'm just gonna go on the record and say I'm never gonna watch this show.
That is a mistake. But
I do not have the patience to watch any anime that's that long.
Listen, you say patience like every moment is not a blessing. Okay.
To someone who's never watched the show, yes.
Yeah, you got to start, idiot.
Yeah, I know.
It's great. It is great. It is the entire thrust of the story is Luffy wants to be king of the pirates. He wants to be free. He just wants to be a good boy, sailing the seas with his bros and drinking rum and partying and singing yo ho ho. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be free and have a good time. It is wonderful. And a lot of times in the series, they talk about a man's romance.
Yeah.
That is a very Japanese sentiment. It is not it doesn't translate in English well, but basically a man's romance is the desire to see what's beyond the horizon, that sense of adventure, that sense of freedom and you know.
Yeah, see what's on the next see what's behind every corner.
Yes, that sense of discovery and curiosity is a man's romance.
Yeah, which makes sense why you should have a destination. That's why we have the One Piece.
Yes. So that's why, yeah. And literally, at one point, they literally meet Goldie Roger's right-hand man, Silvers Rayleigh, who was his literal, like, first mate.
Yeah.
And Usopp, one of Luffy's crew members, asks, "Oh, forget everything else. Is the One Piece real? Tell us, does it exist?" And Luffy stands up and screams at him and says, "Don't you freaking tell me!" Yeah. It's like, I don't want to know if it exists. I don't care if it exists.
Yeah.
We're going to find it. I don't care if it exists.
So
he is all about the adventure.
He wants to search until he dies. Because then you'll always have a goal.
Yeah, I mean, his yeah.
Because a life without a goal is pretty sad. You should always have a goal. You should always strive to be better.
It's not even necessarily that he needs a goal. He just wants to be free in adventure.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to know if... It is not the goal that interests him. It is the adventure itself.
Yeah.
He's so great. I love Luffy.
Again.
By the way, his name is Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah. Like Goal
D. Roger.
Yeah.
Or
they're related.
Yeah. Trafalgar D. Law. Water Law. There are a lot of D's.
Nuts.
Yes! Got him.
Okay, this is from my perspective, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, there are several things. When did you first start watching One Piece?
I don't know.
Have you seen this your whole life? You've been watching One Piece your whole life?
I saw 4 Kids when I was like a young man.
Yeah.
I started legitimately watching One Piece a long time ago. Maybe I was just entering double digits.
Okay, so that's the thing.
Not 4 Kids.
Yeah.
I only knew about it because of 4 Kids, kind of. See, I think I had known about it before I even watched the 4 Kids. I don't know. I
think there's several different things that determine what kind of person you're going to be. And one of those things is what you dedicate your life with as a child does dictate a lot about how you interact with people in the future. Because for me, wasn't a Dragon Ball Z kid, wasn't an anime kid, and I wasn't into Pokemon stuff, because there's lots of long stretches, like stuff you have to watch years in order to appreciate and think about. And for me, I was with wrestling. And I am not going to go to any person, and I have made a rule, I'm not going to ask anyone to dedicate the time to watch wrestling. Because I'm saying, wow, One Piece, that's a long time to watch something. Wrestling stretches back to, like, freaking, like, forever ago. Like, a continuous story that lasts, for years. I haven't watched everything in wrestling. In order for that to happen, it would be like the 1930s or something for you to get the whole story.
Yeah.
So I would never ask you to do that. Asking me to watch One Piece, it's like, come on, you got 2 years.
Listen, I disagree wholeheartedly because I knew about it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I watched it. I didn't watch it daily on the TV. We didn't even have cable. Okay? I only once at one point I was like, you know what? I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to watch One Piece. Started watching. I was like, this is freaking good. This is freaking good. You keep watching. This is freaking good. You keep watching. Wow, this is really good. You keep watching. I was like, holy crap, this is blowing my mind. It builds on itself. Every arc, every episode is a joy. It's always fun. Mm-hmm. It's funny. It's cool. It's freaking awesome. Okay. And the more you watch, the more you appreciate just the general overall story. But it's like it's not grand and like high-minded or anything. Mm-hmm. Only now, where the series is at right now, are we getting into like deep political intrigue. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, the series is just about adventuring with your boys.
Yeah,
it's just a good time. Sit back, pop open a Mountain Dew, eat a sandwich. And watch an episode of One Piece.
Like, me and my partner.
Take your time.
It took 3 months for us to get through Soul Eater. That's nothing. It took us...
Soul Eater's decently long.
It took us a month and a half to get through Neon Genesis. And that was with us with having to, like, put in the time to watch it with our very busy schedules and all that. I would never finish One Piece if I started it.
Well... I mean, shoot, read the manga. You can read it faster than you can watch it. I mean, that is just factual. Seriously.
And that's even more expensive.
Yeah.
But
it'll grace your walls.
I don't know. I think I just prefer... I prefer bite-sized...
That's fine.
Anime. Something I can actually get through and check it off my list. Unfortunately, I'm the same way with video games and stuff. Because you have to pick one. For me, I only have so much free time. Am I going to do anime? Or am I going to play a game? Mm-hmm. And even still, I have to pick a smaller game so I can actually finish it.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just... I don't know, man. Just it's good. It's good.
So you come into me like, listen, you should watch One Piece. It's like you come up to me and say, hey, Garrett, you should really finish the entire Torah. To me, I'm like, I'm never going to do that.
It's pretty good, man. Okay, I see your point.
Yeah.
Moving on. We talked about the Revolutionary Army. Funny story, Monkey D. Luffy's dad is Monkey D. Dragon, the leader of the Revolutionary Army.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah. He doesn't really know his dad.
Mm-hmm. Why his dad?
Because he's the leader of the Revolutionary Army. He's got things to do.
So he just put Monkey D. Luffy in a little basket, sent him down the river?
A trash island, yeah.
What a cool guy.
Yeah. He did get his grandfather to look after him, though.
That's nice.
Yeah. Monkey D. Garp, a Navy Vice Admiral.
So first names carry over, not last names?
Wait. Is his first name Monkey? I think it is. Listen, their naming is weird.
Yeah.
Don't ask. They usually go by last names. So Luffy is known as Luffy. That's what everybody calls him. Garp is Garp. Okay. Nobody calls Monkey D. Luffy Monkey. Nobody.
So Monkey is the strong name. So it's basically the first names and last names are switched.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I don't know why they do that. I think his name is Monkey D. Garp. I'm pretty sure.
Garp.
Garp. Yeah. Oh, he is good. He is cool. Okay, so we talked about that. We got our major powers. Now let's get on to devil fruits and hockey, baby. How much time we got left?
I can't go by that. You got 20 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. That's plenty. Okay, so let's talk about devil fruits.
Okay.
Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum. Ya yo, ya yo. You see what I'm saying?
Dreamin'.
Don't give it up, Luffy.
Dreamin'. Because they're
That's-
dreamers.
That's the freaking 4Kids BS.
Hey.
It's hilarious. I love it.
I will never not like that
Yeah, it's
intro.
It is wonderful.
I could get through the 4Kids version pretty fast. Give me the Cliff Notes.
Yeah. That's all you would want.
Trenton looks like I just fed him spoiled fish.
So at one point, Helmeppo, who is like a Navy captain's son, he's super entitled. He goes around and like kicks in people's bar doors and he's like, "Give me a drink. I'm the captain's son."
Yeah.
He's a douchebag. And at one point, literally, when Luffy is threatening him, he holds a gun to Kobe's head. And Kobe is just like a little kid that Luffy just met. Literally a child, like 9 years old. Helmeppo holds a pistol to his head and says, "I will blow his brains out if you don't do so-and-so."
Yeah.
In the 4Kids version, that pistol is replaced with an elaborate mechanism where it has like a gun part here. It's like one of those toy cannons that shoot out the flag.
Yeah.
Except it's got a spring-loaded boot aimed at Kobe's head, so if he pulls the trigger, the boot will go bang.
Which would hurt.
Yeah, and they do all of that. Like, if there's any cleavage, 4Kids like gets rid of it and like covers it up.
Yeah.
They do no blood at all. Mm-hmm. There's one point where Luffy gets shot with a bunch of poison spikes, and you see the poison spike shooting through the water.
Yeah.
And it's like, but then the screen goes black, and then it like shows Luffy, and he's staggering, not bloody. He starts pulling off these suction cups with a purple liquid on them. These poison suction cups. Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. Their editing's pretty impressive. I'll give them
these poison suction cups.
Smoker is a captain, I think, in the Navy. He has 2 cigars at all times. Mm-hmm. The 4Kids just takes out the cigars and it's just
lollipops.
No, smoke is coming out of his mouth. Sanji is part of Luffy's mouth. He always has a cigarette. It's replaced with a lollipop.
I will say
it is super milquetoast, like boring.
What a strange thing. They did not have to make this one of those shows.
Yeah.
There's so many slice of life animes they could have done.
I know. I agree.
Yeah, just stick to Hamtaro.
Yeah,
you know?
I know.
He didn't have to do but kids like pirates.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Anyway, devil fruits. Devil fruits are things that just exist in the world that when you eat them, even just a little piece, doesn't matter how much you eat, gives you superpowers, okay? However, it comes with the downside that the sea now hates you, and you will sink like a stone in water. If you touch seawater or anything related to the sea, you will lose all your strength, and it is impossible to swim.
I like that. I like that.
Very dangerous in a world that is 95% water.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So Luffy ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi, which is literally rubber fruit.
Yes.
That is how all the fruits are named. They go something fruit. Mm-hmm. So Whitebeard ate the Gura Gura no Mi, which is literally the quake, or like the quake basically.
Yeah.
The quake fruit. There's another guy that ate the Goro Goro no Mi, which is rumble fruit. He's a lightning man. They all go by that.
So with the fruits, is there just like one of these fruits that appear? Like it's like
that exists ever. Now,
ever.
Well, if the person that eats the fruit dies, a fruit will appear somewhere in the world with that power. So there can only be one at a time. But if the person holding the power dies, the power exists again somewhere else to be found.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that there's only one of the specific fruits.
Yes.
That way you don't see multiple people with the same ability.
Yeah. They are there's a lot of them, though.
Where do they come from? Why does it happen? Why does the sea not like you? Is it like a god thing?
There's theory. They're called devil fruits for a reason because they believe like Satan basically put them on the planet to like trick people into like going to a watery grave.
Yeah.
Like promises of power, but then he just sucks them to the Davy Jones, you know?
Yeah.
Those are theories. Nobody knows. They just exist. They're pretty crazy. I'm trying to think. Luffy is one of the only people on his crew with a devil fruit power at first. Eventually, there are 2 other people that have devil fruits.
Okay, so I mean, it adds little treasures that shake up the show.
Yeah, spoiler alert, minor. One of his crewmates is called Tony Chopper, who is literally a reindeer.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've seen Chopper.
He ate. There are 3 types of devil fruits. There are paramecia, zone, or zoan, which a lot of people say. I think they literally say zone in the anime, but whatever. I don't. Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. Why is there a sentient reindeer?
I'll get to that. He ate the. I'm trying to remember the name of the fruit. I'm pretty sure it is the Hito no Mi model human. So Hito is just person. In Japanese, it's just person. So if they eat the Hito no Mi, it is a person. Model, whatever.
So he was a reindeer that ate a human fruit.
Yes. Of which there is only one. He is a blue-nosed reindeer that ate a human fruit and became a human reindeer creature.
What the freak?
I know. Well, hey, it gets worse. There at one point there is it was a dog. No, sorry, it is a bazooka that ate a dog zoan fruit and became a bazooka dog.
How can a bazooka eat food?
Don't ask. Vegapunk figured it out. I don't know. I'm serious. He figured out a way to feed devil fruits to inanimate objects.
Man, oh man, I love that they're on the ship so they can jump so many freaking sharks.
It's great.
Stupid.
Okay, big spoiler alert, I will say. I gotta tell you this. You talking about Gear 5. If y'all plan on watching One Piece, I would move away. Though you might have already been spoiled on this.
Sail away.
The Gomu Gomu no Mi,
Sail away with me.
Luffy's devil fruit, is way bigger deal than anyone thought.
Mr. Shojin over here.
It turns out the Gomu Gomu no Mi, it was not originally called the Gomu Gomu no Mi. It is a different fruit that has fantastical powers that the world government renamed and took away all mention of it from text. So anyone that would see the fruit would just say, "Oh, it's the rubber fruit, whatever, who cares?"
Yeah, I'm not going to get this power.
I'm not going to get it. The government
because you can only have
had
one.
It. There's only one. The government had the fruit. Red-haired Shanks, one of the Yonko, actually stole the fruit from the government. And as he was just like sailing away with his buddies, he came to like this little town where Luffy was staying. And he was friends with Luffy because he would go to this town often. He knew everybody on this
Was this
island.
the guy who had the original Luffy hat?
The original straw hat. It was red-haired Shanks. He was showing people the fruit, and Luffy just started eating it and was like, "This fruit tastes disgusting." And Shanks was like, "Oh, my friend Luffy, no!" He was like, "Spit it out." He knew what the fruit actually was. He knew it wasn't the Gomu Gomu no Mi, though that's what everybody else thinks it is. That's why he freaked out so much. He was like, "Holy freak, this dude's eating like the most powerful fruit ever." The Gomu Gomu no Mi is actually the Hito no Mi model Nika. Nika in mythology is literally like the goddess of victory. So this fruit basically turns you into the incarnation of a god.
Oh.
So it's very complicated. There exists a person way back in the day named Nika who was like this lanky like warrior with like fiery hair. And his whole deal is freedom. He was like a friend to slaves. He would free them wherever he found them. He was fabulously powerful.
Yeah.
And eating that fruit gives you qualities that he possessed. One of the easiest qualities to reap is that he was rubbery.
Okay.
That's just what he was. So that's why everybody just assumes it's the rubber fruit. That's all anyone thought it was. Until Luffy awakened the fruit, its true power, and that is Gear 5. His true godly incarnation.
Okay.
Oh.
And he's fighting the dragon, which I'm assuming is one of
That's Kaido.
Who's Kaido?
One of the 4 emperors.
Okay. And with him, he ate the I turn into a big dragon fruit.
He ate like the fish fruit modeled sea dragon, something like that.
Okay.
I forget. So actually, for him, he can exist in the water because he can breathe underwater with his fruit. He still can't move though. So if he fell in the water, he would just be at the bottom of the ocean, just breathing, but like completely powerless to do anything. So he would just sit there
until he died.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, that one. So that's paramecia devil fruits. Well, let's go with the other two first. Zone devil fruits are fruits that allow you to turn into something.
Okay.
Like the Hito no Mi model human that allows a reindeer to turn into a human.
Yeah.
They're pretty simple. They just augment your physical abilities. Generally, there's like a dinosaur fruit, there's a buffalo fruit, there's a freaking phoenix fruit. I'm literal. That's called a mythical zone fruit. Mm. They exist.
There seems to be a lot of fruit.
There's a lot of them.
So,
at one point, you see a picture that shows like a bunch of devil fruits in a cross formation, and you're like, it looks like to be like 50 fruits. Mm-hmm. 25 years later, we're at what, fruit 4,000? Everyone and their mother has a devil fruit.
The idea of there just being like a regular life. You said that's like, oh yeah, don't worry. It's just like, yeah, New York City, Seattle, Washington can exist on an island.
Yeah.
But every single person and their mom has this very rare thing.
No, it's rare. It's rare. I mean, it just turns out, I mean, the main characters just see a lot of people with these fruits, and apparently there are like hundreds of them.
Yeah.
But they just run into all of them. Most people never see a devil fruit power.
I mean, listen.
Like, it is rare. They're like, whoa, this dude's a freak. He's got devil fruit powers.
So, okay, 4,300 sounds like a lot, but if there's 2 billion on the Earth,
right,
it's pretty rare.
Pretty rare. Okay, and then you got Logia devil fruits, which turn you into an element. So, for example, the Mera Mera no Mi is something that Luffy's brother has, Ace. And that is the Flare fruit, basically. He is fire. He is a fireman. If you try to slice him with a sword, his body becomes fire, and he's good.
Okay.
You can't slice him because he's fire. You can't shoot him because he's fire. He can just hit you with a big fiery fist.
Yeah, just dump a bucket of water on him.
His fire's pretty hot.
Just push him into the water.
That would kill any devil fruit user, yes.
Yes.
If you could touch him, but that's kind of the issue, because he's fire. However, it is possible... Oh, and paramecias are just things that don't fall in the other two categories. They're like weird ones. The Gomu Gomu no Mi is technically a paramecia.
Okay.
Though it turns out it's technically a zone, I believe, because it is a model Nika fruit. Mm-hmm. I think it's technically a zone fruit, but whatever. Semantics. But that gets us into hockey, the other thing. It is possible to hurt a fireman with hockey.
With hockey? There
are 3 types of hockey. Listen closely. What? Give me a break. I got like 10 minutes.
Okay, continue.
There is Kenbun Shoku hockey, which is observation hockey. There is Busho hockey, I believe, which is armament hockey. And then there is Haosho, I think it was what it's called, hockey, which is conqueror's hockey.
Oh, no, continue. I'm listening.
What?
I'm listening.
He's opening the drawer.
Keep talking.
He got a pen.
No.
What are you drawing?
I'll show you.
Okay, he's drawing a globe. He's drawing a Venn diagram.
Alright.
What does that say? 3 types of devil fruit. Help.
Hockey.
Oh, hockey. Okay. What is that?
Well, it's like there's 3 types of devil fruits. One's hockey. There's 3 types of hockey.
Okay. No. Incorrect. Devil fruit is not a type of hockey. It's a completely different thing.
So what's the 3 types?
Haki.
What's the 3 type of devil fruit?
Paramecia, zone, and logia.
Okay. And there's 3 type of hockey. Hockey goes against devil fruit.
Kind of.
Okay.
They're technically unrelated, but the only way you can hit a logia man is with armament hockey. Okay. Basically, a logia man becomes an element, so you can't hurt them. Mm-hmm. Hockey is literally manifesting your spirit. It's basically ki. Busho hockey or armament hockey is where you take your spirit to like harden a part of your body and it becomes like metallic and cool looking.
Okay.
And then you can punch a fireman and they can't turn to fire because you're literally hitting their spirit with your spirit. It's pretty sick.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, there's the three types. You got observation, armament, and conquerors. Okay. Mm-hmm. Observation hockey literally just lets you sense what's around you. Some people are so incredibly powerful at it, they can sense what's happening over an entire island.
Okay.
If you're really good at observation hockey, you can literally see a little bit into the future.
Wow.
So, like, I could see you're about to slap me. I know you're going to slap before you even do it, so I just duck my head and you slap over me. I'm like, that was cute. I don't have it. You're dumb. You're an idiot and a jerk and a bully. Okay? Why'd you have to make me admit it, man? That I don't have hockey.
I'm not as cool as Wayne Gretzky.
Sucks. Anyway, our armament hockey, like I said, lets you harden a part of your body. People that are really good at it can even harden, like, their sword and stuff like that.
Okay.
And people that are really, really good at it can, like, project it outward. Don't ask. I don't know. Some weird thing. Conquerors hockey. Hockey is technically something that anyone can learn. Except for Conquerors hockey, which only like one in like millions of people can learn.
Okay.
Conquerors hockey is the ability for you to use your spirit and project it outward onto people, also known as like intimidation. Mm-hmm. Early on in the series, like literally episode 1, Shanks saves Luffy's life. Luffy is drowning in the ocean after being thrown out there by a bandit. Shanks comes to save him right as Luffy is about to get eaten by a Sea King. Shanks grabs Luffy and rips him to the side, and the Sea King bites Shanks' arm off. Yeah. He is forevermore a one-armed man. Mm-hmm. But he is still fabulously powerful. But then he just turns at the Sea King and says, "Get lost." And the Sea King just starts sweating and freaking swims away as fast as he can.
Okay.
Now, at the start of the series, that was just bad dude anime energy. Now we know it was hockey. Okay. He was using Conqueror's hockey to scare away this animal. Luffy does have Conqueror's hockey, spoiler alert.
But you can only have one.
No, you can have all of them.
Oh my god.
The other two are things anyone can learn. Conqueror's hockey, only some people can learn. Okay. Luffy's got all three.
Stop playing with the mic, Pebs.
Luffy's Conqueror's hockey is so powerful, spoiler alert, that in a certain arc, he gets really angry and screams and makes, how many was it? 40 million people faint.
Oh.
It's something like that. So literally, if you project outward like that, if two people with Conqueror's hockey both project at each other, the freaking ground will start rumbling, wood will start splintering. It's like a physical force.
Wow.
If people that are not good at hockey are subjected to that, if they're weak-willed, they'll just faint. They'll just freaking fall down and they're just unconscious. Ugh. It's pretty awesome. So, like when Shanks was going to meet Whitebeard, one of the captains of Whitebeard's crew was like, "All right, anybody that's new, get below deck. He's coming on." And they're like, "What are you talking about? We want to see him." And then Shanks steps on the freaking deck, and everybody just starts hitting the ground and just falling down.
Dang!
Because of Shanks' literal presence. And of course, Whitebeard's just sitting in his chair like, "Welcome, old friend." It's really cool. But yeah, Luffy is awesomely powerful. So that's your three types of hockey. How much time do I got left?
You got 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay, so now we get to the start of the story.
Well, we know Luffy he took a bite of Gum Gum.
Gomu Gomu.
He took a bite of Gomu Gomu.
Yes. I'll even let you call it the rubber, but never call it Gum Gum in my presence.
Why? Gum's stretchy, he's stretchy.
You're stupid and dumb.
Well, what else do they call the fruits? Did they even get to a point where anyone else had a devil fruit in them in the show?
Yeah. Tons of people have a devil fruit.
I'm talking about in the 4 Kids version.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many episodes do the 4 Kids run?
They get to the Grand Line, I'm pretty sure. So that's like episode 40.
They get that far?
Yeah.
Dang.
They unlicensed it before too long, but they got decently far.
Because I remember the Grand Line was part of the intro. Search for the Grand Line.
Oh. I don't remember that.
Okay, we only have small. What do you hope is the One Piece?
I don't care what it is. Oda's a genius. It'll be something really awesome, really freaking cool. Mm-hmm. Shoot, it might just be a freaking book that details what happens in the Void Century. Probably not. What we do
that would be cool though.
He did write, and we do know Goldie Roger's reaction and his whole crew's reaction when they first found the One Piece.
Yeah,
because they found it. It wasn't just a bunch of treasure that they put together and stored in a place. It is on. We now know at the end of the Grand Line in the New World, the final island in the Grand Line, Raftel, also known as Laugh-Tale.
Yeah.
That's where the One Piece is. We know that now. But we got to see his reaction when they found it. They looked at it, and then they all just tilted their head back and laughed. They all just laughed really loud. They thought it was hilarious. Whatever they saw was the funniest thing they'd ever seen.
It's a whoopee cushion.
We figured it out.
Well, it's an embarrassing photo of SpongeBob at the Christmas party.
Yeah, exactly.
Merry Christmas, SpongeBob!
Golly.
All right, so that's your time, man. I guess you're going to hell?
I feel, I'm leaving this mortal coil. I'm dematerializing.
You're still here.
What was the popping noise?
Huh?
What was the popping noise?
I think that was the dematerializing stopping.
Oh.
You're still here.
Oh, okay. I thought someone was playing with those poppers on below deck.
Yeah, those are really popular around our age.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1530 something.
You know what I didn't? I think it's because I didn't finish the series that I haven't gone yet. Guess I'm here to stay.
Wait a second. There's a little tag.
Yeah.
There's a little tag on your ghost shirt.
Yeah. Oh, you can touch me. That's a good sign.
No, I can touch the tag, but not you.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. It says, return to sender when he finishes the Hobbit speedrunning sequel. Oh, man.
Man, I'm going to be a late delivery.
Jesus. So we wasted this whole time. This is not what you're here for.
Man. I'm back, man. My mom's going to be so happy. I come back in about 20 minutes. Garrett, I got kicked out of my house. Can I crash into you?
Can I crash on your ship?
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess I'm gonna return home.
Yeah.
To my regular timeline.
I guess so.
Oh,
you time traveled?
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, when you died,
crazy.
When you died, I was so distraught. I had to go back in time and sail the seven seas.
Time machines don't exist. That's freaking crazy, like gobbledygook.
Yeah. Like
okay,
pirates.
And this is coming from Ghost. You sound stupid right now.
All right. Anyway, well, since Trenton's back, I guess we can continue the podcast. So if you need to get a hold of us, you can follow us on our X account.
Don't say it.
Stupid.
Nope, don't say it. Just say Twitter. If Elon is the only one that ever calls it X, he'll look like an idiot.
Fine. You can talk. Speaking of ghosts, you can follow us on our Twitter account.
Yeah. Ain't nobody call it X. Nobody calls it X.
I hate the fact that he named it X. Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid and dumb.
He just likes to do things.
Hey, if he keeps this up, you can follow us on our Blue Sky account.
Oh yeah. You've been thinking about getting a MySpace?
They won't let you.
Maybe a Furby homepage? Neopets, perhaps.
Follow us on our Furby fan page.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can follow us on our Twitter account at Igyapod on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or you can send us an email at I'llGiveYouAnHour@gmail.com.
We are always looking for people to give us something to talk about. So give us some comments. I see that we're 4.8 stars on Spotify. Thank you for everyone who rated us. I very much appreciate that.
It means a lot less when I make 4 alternate accounts.
Don't tell me that. It's not true.
No.
It's not true.
I ain't got time for that.
So yeah, thank you everybody. We've been doing this for a year and a half, and at least 13 people enjoyed it enough to give us a rating.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Well, yo ho ho.
Where can they find you?
Oh, where can they find me? They can find me returning home with a ship full of skeletons before I become a ghost ship.
They can find me on my Tumblr page where I'm gonna be making an ARG about Furbies.
Yay!
I'll call it Furby Rampage. I'll call it Furby Drown.
It's my Furby fanfic of Furby X Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
All right. See you, man.
Bye.
Anchors ahoy!
Yo.
Yo, yo, yo.